I almost didn't upload my last video on my YouTube channel. In fact, yesterday I almost deleted my channel. There's a specific curse that plagues all ambitious people. Our mind is smart enough to know what great works look like, but our hands are only skilled enough to produce garbage. My taste is expensive, my skills are cheap, and that gap makes me want to quit. But I didn't quit because I found the biological evidence that me cringing at my work is not a sign of failure. It's just a sign that I'm becoming a pro. We'll build the argument using 5 different concepts. The last one is the one that will help you continue. If you're doing anything creative or technical, you might want to stick around because I know that you have great taste. It's just that you're not able to execute it. I think this video is for you. To understand why we hate our work, we need to look at where we are at the hierarchy of competence. There are 4 stages. The first one is unconscious incompetence. You're bad, but you don't know about it. Ignorance is a bliss. And this is the worst stage to be at. You're not at this stage if you're hating your work. The second stage is conscious incompetence. You're bad and you know about it. You look at your code, you look at your essay, you look at your video or anything that you create, and it gives you physical pain. Because you know how great looks like and you know how much potential you have, how much fire you have in you, but you're not able to execute it. This is the stage where 90% of the creators gave up. The next stages are conscious competence and unconscious competence, but we don't have to talk about that. Our concern is that we are stuck in conscious incompetence. But knowing the science and knowing which stage we are at does not make the emotional pain go away. How can we skip the part where we hate our work? Well, the bad news is that we cannot skip the part. There's a very famous quote by Ira Glass, very spot on. I'll read some bits of it to you. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste. But there is a gap. For the first couple of years, you make stuff. It's just not that good. It's trying to be good, it has potential, but it's not. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, is still killer. And your taste is why your work disappoints you. A lot of people never get past this point. They quit. We know our work does not have this special thing we want it to have. We all go through this. And if you are just starting out or you're still in this phase, you got to know that it's normal. And the most important thing you can do is do a lot of work. It's only by going through a volume of work that you will close this gap. There's an interesting story in the book Art and Fear that complements what Ira said. It's about the professor who divides his ceramic class into 2 groups, and he asked both of groups to produce work, quantity group and quality group. The grading for quantity group is simple. The heavier the pot, the more numbers of pot, you get more points. For the quality group, you create only one pot, but it has to be exception quality. On the day of grading, it was surprising to see that all the quality pots came from the quantity group. While the quality group was focused on just creating one perfect pot, the quantity group was just churning pots one after the other. They were creating pots. Some of them initially would be bad. After that, by the end of the process, they most likely stumbled upon something really beautiful, something perfect. So what it tells is, we cannot get out of hating our work by putting more effort on quality. We have to do the quantity. The videos that I'm putting on YouTube at this moment, they are good, but they're not great. They are not matching my taste. And if I go back to 3 years older me, I wouldn't have put these videos. Give me a second, my cat is just making so much noise. The videos I'm putting on my YouTube channel, they are not great, but there is no way I could skip this part because I've spent last 5 years dreading this part and not getting that perfect idea that I wanted to execute, and all I did was just delay it 5 further years. It doesn't serve me any good. So we have to get through the volume of the things. We have to create 50 pots to get that one perfect pot. But the next question you might ask yourself, and I ask myself, that how can I find 50 examples that I can go through? And that's the point where I tell you that you copy the people that inspire you. By copying, I'm not saying that you're stealing their work, you're getting inspiration from that. The famous author Hunter S. Thompson, who wrote some of the original pieces, he started by writing Great Gatsby word by word. He said he did that because he wanted to feel the rhythm of the masterpiece. We have to do the same. If we start thinking all the time that we need to produce original content, this has already been produced, you will not be able to produce anything. It's like trying to invent color when we haven't even learned how to mix paints. And I'm not telling this to you, I'm telling this to myself, because I look at all the things that I want to do. I want to write an article. I go online, I search for that article. That article exists already. Should I write it? Yes, I should write it. I'll write my own personal stories in it. I'll write something that only I could have written, but I can follow the same structure that already exists. And we have to get away from this concept. And one of the interesting book about this is by, I think, Austin Kleon, Steal Like an Artist. So you have to get through this. And the last thing is, creating 50 pieces while having a good taste and then failing at it is not easy. It's not easy. I know my taste is good. I know my potential, and I know the things that I want to do are great. But when I execute them, they doesn't turn out to be good. Even though I know that I have to go through this phase, gives me pain, and I want to quit. And that's where I have figured out that the reason I want to quit is because I am trying to link my experiments, my failure with my identity. If my video or animation in my video is not good, it means I'm not a good creator. No, I have to isolate my identity from the work I'm doing. And one of the ways to do it is to put a lab coat on. What happens when scientists do an experiment, it fails? They look at it, they say, wrong hypothesis, interesting. Let's move on to the next one. That's how you and I need to take this. I will be putting videos on YouTube. Some of them will get 50 views, some of them will get 100 views, maybe 3,000, 300K. I don't care. I have to go through this repetition. I just need to tell myself there's no way I can skip this. And you need to tell yourself that there is no way you can skip this part. There's a song that says, can we get to the good part? No, we can't get to the good part without going to the shit part. We have to go through this. And that's the way forward. And the reason we hate and just to summarize, the reason we hate our work is we have great taste. We have absolutely killer taste. And we need to cherish that taste, and we need to make that gap by doing and producing more and more work. New Year is coming up, and you would be thinking of setting up some new goals, which is great. But if you want to increase the repetition, like we talked about this video, by setting up standard New Year goals, you would most likely fail. You should be setting up quarterly goals, and I talk about more about this in one of these videos, where you can learn how to set up good goals and how to make sure that you get 1 year worth of work in just 12 weeks. It's fascinating. It gets the job done. So please check that out. Thank you so much.